Star Trek Original Series. Before we get started, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest content. The birth of Star Trek. When Star Trek, the original series, premiered on September 8, 1966, American television had never seen anything like it. Created by Gene Roddenberry, the show emerged during a turbulent era marked by the Cold War, civil rights struggles, the Vietnam War, and the space race. Science fiction on television was often dismissed as childish escapism, but Roddenberry envisioned something bolder. A wagon train to the stars that used futuristic storytelling to examine real-world issues. Networks were skeptical. The idea of a multiracial crew, philosophical dialogue, and moral dilemmas set in space was considered risky and potentially controversial. Yet Roddenberry persisted, refining his concept through multiple pilots until NBC approved the series. The USS Enterprise became a stage where humanity's hopes, fears, and contradictions could be explored. Although ratings were modest during its original run, Star Trek planted the seeds of a cultural revolution that would grow far beyond its initial expectations. Captain James T. Kirk, portrayed by William Shatner, quickly became one of television's most recognizable heroes. Often misunderstood as merely a brash, womanizing action figure, Kirk was actually a deeply complex leader. He balanced diplomacy with decisiveness, intellect with instinct, and compassion with authority. Unlike many TV protagonists of the 1960s, Kirk was not infallible. He questioned orders, wrestled with moral consequences, and often bore the emotional weight of command. Episodes frequently showed him agonizing over life and death decisions, especially when Starfleet principles conflicted with survival. Kirk's command style emphasized trust in his crew and respect for diverse viewpoints. His leadership reflected Gene Roddenberry's belief that humanity could evolve into a wiser, more ethical civilization. Through Kirk, the series explored the burdens of power and the responsibility that comes with exploration. Kirk redefined what a science fiction captain could be. He was not just an action hero, but a thinker and moral decision maker. His character demonstrated that true leadership requires empathy, accountability, and the courage to choose the lesser of two evils. Spock, logic, identity, and inner conflict. Spock, played by Leonard Nimoy, became the emotional and intellectual backbone of Star Trek, the original series. As a half-human, half-Vulcan science officer, Spock embodied the tension between logic and emotion. His commitment to Vulcan rationality often placed him at odds with his human crewmates, yet his suppressed emotions made him one of the show's most relatable characters. Spock's struggle for identity resonated deeply with viewers who felt caught between cultures, expectations, or personal contradictions. He served as the voice of reason aboard the Enterprise, frequently challenging impulsive decisions with cold logic. Yet moments when his emotional side surfaced, grief, loyalty, sacrifice, were among the series' most powerful. Spock's character transcended genre conventions, becoming a symbol of intellectualism, outsider experience, and quiet strength. A multicultural crew ahead of its time. One of the most revolutionary aspects of Star Trek, the original series, was its diverse cast. At a time when American television rarely portrayed equality, the Enterprise featured Lieutenant Uhura, an African-American woman in a position of authority, Hikaru Sulu, an Asian helmsman, Pavel Chekhov, a Russian navigator during the height of the Cold War, and Scotty, a proud Scottish engineer. This diversity was not treated as a gimmick, it was presented as normal, even inevitable, in humanity's future. The bridge of the Enterprise became a powerful image of unity, suggesting that cooperation across cultures and nations was essential for progress. Social commentary disguised as science fiction. Beneath its futuristic setting, Star Trek, the original series, was a sharp critique of contemporary society. Episodes tackled racism, war, authoritarianism, gender roles, and nuclear annihilation, often through allegory. Stories like Let That Be Your Last Battlefield addressed racial hatred, while A Taste of Armageddon condemned sanitized warfare. By setting these issues on alien worlds, the show bypassed censorship and invited viewers to reflect without defensiveness. The science fiction format allowed difficult questions to be explored safely, encouraging moral introspection rather than preaching. This approach elevated the series from entertainment to thought-provoking drama, making each episode a philosophical experiment about humanity's future. Women in Star Trek. Star Trek, the original series, presented a complicated but significant portrayal of women. Characters like Uhura and Nurse Chapel held professional roles, while women frequently appeared as scientists, doctors, and leaders of alien civilizations. This was progressive for the 1960s, especially compared to many contemporaneous shows. However, the series also reflected the gender norms of its era, often sexualizing female characters or placing them in secondary roles. Despite these limitations, Star Trek opened doors by suggesting that women belonged in space, in command structures, and in scientific fields. It sparked conversations that later Star Trek series would address more fully, gradually pushing boundaries further. Cancellation, syndication, and cult status. Despite its innovation, Star Trek, the original series, struggled with ratings and was cancelled after 3 seasons in 1969. Many assumed it would fade into obscurity. Instead, syndication gave the show new life. Reruns introduced Star Trek to younger audiences, who embraced its ideas and characters. Fan conventions began to appear, letters flooded networks, and the term Trekkie entered popular culture. The show became a cult phenomenon, with fans memorizing episodes, debating philosophy, and celebrating its optimistic vision. This grassroots support proved that Star Trek had tapped into something deeper than conventional television success. The lasting legacy of the original series. The influence of Star Trek, the original series, extends far beyond television. It inspired multiple spin-offs, blockbuster films, novels, games, and real-world technological innovation. Scientists, astronauts, and engineers have cited the show as a reason they pursued their careers. Concepts like communicators influenced modern mobile phones, while ideas about diversity and ethics shaped cultural conversations. More importantly, Star Trek offered a hopeful vision of the future, one where humanity overcomes its divisions to explore the stars together. In a world often dominated by dystopian narratives, this optimism remains its greatest gift. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching.